Jai Shrimad Narayan, Jai Shrimad Narayan, Jai Shrimad Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharya. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Srimad Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that are watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that are going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. Today is a day that is the most important day of my existence, and I am going to start an exposition on the divine song. But before I go there, I want to give a small and relevant background so that we can understand the concept of this divine song relative to the eternal cosmic law. So this is not a religious program, and I do not belong to any religion. I belong as a devotee of the Creator. Creator has no religion. Creator has no bias. Creator has no friends. And Creator has no enemies. Creator is neutral in all aspects of this creation and His creation, and I am a devotee of that Creator. The Creator has many attributes, and the Creator has no name. Because if you name the Creator, then you are limiting the Creator. So the Creator cannot have a name, but He can have an attribute. The Creator has infinite attributes. That means you cannot count the attributes of the Creator. I am representing that Creator. I'm dressed today in this uniform because it comes from my culture. This is my culture, and I am presenting the universal divine law through my culture. This is not my religion. There's a difference between religion and culture. Both are temporary. Culture is temporary and religion is temporary. How do you know religion is temporary? How do you know religion is temporary? Yeah. Who's the proof that religion is temporary? You. How are you the proof that religion is temporary? No. Because you can change your religion how you change your clothes. So is it not temporary? Is it not temporary? Because everything is in your perspective. It's not in the religion's perspective. The religion is materialized through you. Yes or no? Today you say I'm a Christian, today you say I'm a Hindu, today you say I'm a Jew, and today you say I'm a Muslim. It is through your perspective, not the religion's perspective. Yes or no? Yes. So if you can change your religion every day, then is religion eternal or is it temporary? Because only temporary things can be changed every day. Yes or no? So when I'm saying this, I'm talking from the perspective of you as a human being. I'm not talking from the perspective of religion. Do you understand? I'm talking from a human perspective because everything is done by humanity. So I'm talking about that cosmic law. Okay. Then we want to be practical and we want to be scientific. And today, through technology, we can prove right here, sitting now at this point in time in this discourse, which is the oldest spiritual scriptures on this earth. You can type on Google, oldest spiritual scriptures in this universe. Type there on Google, because we have to be practical. This is a very sensitive topic. A lot of people can get upset with me, and a lot of people can understand. If you keep your mind open, then you're going to understand. If you're going to close your mind, then you and I are going to fight. Yes? Anyone want to fight here with the Guru? Just keep that mind open. Keep the mind open. Anyone on Google? Anybody went on Google? Yeah, so we're going to do this set of discourses. That is why I'm saying this is a world first. We're going to do it with everyone from around the world. This live is on TikTok, this live is on Facebook, this live is on YouTube, and I don't know anywhere else, but wherever this live is, we're going to do it together with the world. That is why I'm saying today is the most important day of my existence, because I'm going to give humanity a pocketbook. I'm going to give humanity a pocketbook. You're going to keep this pocketbook like a motor vehicle. I want you to understand that you are a car. Nirali, what model car are you? Whilst you're modeling, what model car are you? Okay, Nirali is a lady. Okay, I'm a 1962 model motor vehicle. And every motor vehicle is manufactured with a manual, yes or no? So my manual is a 1962 model manual. And if I have a breakdown in my motor vehicle, can I use my manual to fix it? Or must I go back to 1962? Or can I use that manual when I was created to fix myself today? Silence. Silence. Norman? I was created with a manual. I'm a motor vehicle, 1962 model. Breakdown. Can I use that manual to fix that breakdown? Yes, because it was specifically created. I was specifically created with that manual as a motor vehicle, yes? So if you have a 1950 Mustang and something goes wrong and you open that manual, today you can fix it. So human beings were created at creation. There was a manual made for the human beings. All human beings, in fact, all living entities. There's an infinite amount of living entities in this universe, yes or no? For every living entity, but specifically to be used by humans, a manual was created at creation. A manual was created at creation. And I am going to be distributing that manual, which was created at creation, so that you as a human being can fix your problems. You as a human being can fix your problems. So this manual belonged to all of humanity. Religion came after humans were formed, yes or no? There were many religions that was born that died. Countless, yes or no? But this manual remains. This cosmic law that was created at creation still exists. So I'm going to reference every time I draw a conclusion, I'm going to reference it so that when this discourse is produced in a reading form, you can check my reference yourself, because everything today is on Google and AI and ChatGPT and I don't know where else, all right? But these are very, very small entities opposed to where I am downloading right now. But to keep it relevant and to keep it tangible and for your mind to accept what I'm going to be saying, I'll have to relate my downloading with mechanical material downloading of Google, AI and Chat, GTP, so you can understand. So I want to start. I want to give a reference from the Shrimad Bhagavatam. This is also in the Upanishads, but it was easier for me to locate it from the Shrimad Bhagavatam. But when I'm compiling this in a book, then I'll also locate it from the Upanishads. So this is Canto 3, Chapter 12, Text 36. Canto 3, Chapter 12, Text 37, And it goes like this. Maitreya said, beginning from the front face of Brahma, gradually the four Vedas, the Rig, the Yajur, the Sama, and the Atharva became manifest. The word is manifest. Thereafter, Vedic hymns, which has not been pronounced before, priestly ritual and subject matters of recitation, and transcendental activities were all established one after another. This happened immediately the universe came into being. As soon as the universe came into being, it was empty. Did you have an opportunity to see emptiness in your lifetime, in this life? Prakash, you say no. Or you say yes. Or you don't know. Did you all experience emptiness in this lifetime? No. No, you did. During COVID, the whole world was imprisoned and animals were walking around, yes? So you experienced emptiness, partial emptiness, in your lifetime during COVID. But that emptiness I'm talking about when the universe was created There were no plants, no trees, no animals, no human, nothing. It was just space. Then the first living entity, this is described in many religions, the first living entity, but for the context of scriptural records, I'm going to use the name Brahma. The first living entity, Brahma, what did he do? What did he do? He manifested in this universe all knowledge pertaining to the universe. What is it? If I did this discourse 15 years ago, it would have been very, very difficult for you to understand how knowledge can be manifested in space. But today, you have to be a real idiot, IDIOT in capital bold letters, if you can't imagine that. Why? Because you're using technology that has information stored in space. Yes or no? Don't you take, if your phone gets too full, Nirali, where you store your information? On cloud. Where is cloud and what is cloud? It is a space within space that is regulated to keep your information. A space within space. Can an aeroplane fly through it? Yes. Can a bird fly through it? Yes. But your information is stored there now. Are you understanding? So, the cosmic law was stored in the cosmos before any living entity entered the cosmos. You think it's the right way to, for an architect, when he's building your house, does he put you and your family in the house and then build it? Or does he draw the plan of the house, then he builds the house, then you and your family can come and live in the house? How does it work? So Lord Brahma is the architect through the Supreme Lord of this universe, and he adds all the functionaries in the universe first. Are you understanding? So the universe was architected, then the cosmic law relating to the universe was computed on the space of the universe. This is where I'm downloading now. I'm downloading from that cosmic law. And in that cosmic law, there's no religion, there's no race. There's no religion in that cosmic law. There's no race in that cosmic law. There's no culture in that cosmic law. That cosmic law can exist because it was promulgated before mankind. It was promulgated before mankind. In religion, can man kill religion? Yes or no? Yes. How man can kill religion? Sorry? Stop practicing. But can man kill cosmic law? Can man kill gravity? Can man kill electrons? Can man kill protons? Are you understanding? So I am teaching beyond religion. I am teaching beyond religion. Can religion kill man? Religion has killed more man in this universe than was. Do you know that? Religion has killed more Yeah, and unfortunately some animals died along with it, horses and elephants. But I want you to understand, this is a very, very sensitive topic. But if you get hold of what I'm saying, you'll become the most prosperous human being on earth. Okay, so cosmic law was computed into the ethereal atmosphere before man. Before man. Can we put our head there now? That before at creation, cosmic law was enforced. Does it make sense? Can you have a country without a constitution? So when South Africa became a democratic country, was there a constitution? And we have to live through the constitution. The constitution says how you elect a president, who is the president, who are the administrators of the government, and similarly, when creation happened, we had to have that eternal constitution. Does it make sense? We have a creator, then he appoints an architect. The name of the architect and engineer is Brahma. He appoints an architect, then the architect have to create conditions before the living entities come into this universe. Is that important? Is it important? So that the living entities can be prosperous in this universe and they should know why they exist in the universe. Generally, what we think of it, why we exist in this universe. When we are not married, to bleed our parents to death. Whilst we are unmarried, when we get married, to have the most beautiful wife in the world, to have the most beautiful children in the world, and to have the best car, best house, best food. But that is all bull. You created as a human being, that is a secondary aspect. The primary aspect you are put into this universe is to redeem yourself. Primary aspect you are put into this universe is to redeem yourself. Whilst you redeeming yourself, through your activities of a past life, you get wife and children. No child is a mistake. No child is a mistake. It is by the immaculate precision of the Supreme Lord to place a child in your domain. It is programmed. Naveen, I know you always have been asking God, hey, why Nirali? And Naveen bhai, you've been fighting with God, why Nirali? Why Nirali? Why me? Why this punishment? No, you created it. You are the architect. And Nirali is the architect. And mathematically, you are an equation. A perfect, meticulous equation. So no child in this universe is not special. Every child was especially sent by the Supreme Lord to you. Do you understand? This is the management skills that Lord Brahma promulgated and computed in the universe. Next verse. Are there any questions on this verse so far? Remember, this is the introduction of the divine song in Sanskrit called the Bhagavad Gita, but in English called the divine song. This divine song is applicable to every human being. It's only applicable to humans, not to a specific religion. This divine song does not belong to any religion or religious organization. It belongs to all of humanity. The next verse, verse 38. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 12, verse 38. He also created medical science, military art, musical art, and architectural science, all from the Vedas. They all emanated one after another, beginning from the front face. So, what happens to all these people we call inventors? You say the law of relativity was found in 1900 or 1800 by Sir Isaac Newton. Currently, this universe is 155 trillion years old. Currently, this universe is 155 trillion years old. Newton created the law of relativity. His three laws when? Under 100 years or over 100 years? You got Google, you must use Google so we can be precise in this discourse, because this discourse is international, and if we're not precise, then we're giving people the opportunity to query whatever I'm discussing, yes? So one person must sit and do research, Google research as I carry on. One person must be nominated to do Google research as I move. We want to keep this like a reality show. I know you love reality shows and soapies. Tell me who don't love reality shows and soapies. So I want to trend it like that so I can grab your attention. Newton's laws, when it came into existence?
1687.
Jessica?
In the late 1600s.
1600s. So 400 years ago. Are you sure?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm talking before Newton's ancestors took birth. When I'm talking about when there was no human on this earth. When there was no human on this earth or no other living entity, medical science, military art, musical art, architectural science, all from the Vedas. They all emanated one after another, beginning from the front page. You believe that's the way the Creator would have created this universe? You believe it is right? So can you see? Doctors are part of medical science. That principle was already computed. Doctors didn't create themselves. Architecture didn't create themselves. Have you noticed something about architecture and religion? And I'm saying this with love again. Is that architecture not all the same? From the very first temple to the last mosque, if we put all together, the temple, the synagogue, the church, and the mosque, don't they all have a shadow of one another? Aren't they parallel? Aren't the architecture the same? And who is the source for that architecture? The Creator Himself. That architecture was computed in the universe before the very first human that came into the universe. Basil, does the Quran talk about these things? About the Creator? Yes. You understand? And I want to welcome Faisal to his very first satsang. Is it your first? Yes, alright. Faisal and I were former policemen from the 80s. We met in the 80s. It's 2026 now. How many years? 2025. Yeah, I'm just trying to move 1 year ahead. Alright? Yeah, we worked in an environment that very few humans experience. Okay, we coming from the ultimate environment. We stared death in the face every day. So I was a coward. I ran away after 10 years. I left Faisal to carry on for the next 30 years. I left Faisal there on his own for the next 30 years. I ran away after the first. So either I was a coward or I was intelligent, Faisal, I don't know. But I left you there. Alright? Yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge him. It is very unique for a guru to meet his friend after 40 years. And well, we engaged with each other in between, not 40, 20 years. We engaged with each other in between, but for him to attend a service, especially this great service that we are starting. So I know Faisal, when we should practice the other spirituality, Faisal was a good singer. Faisal was a top singer. He should get stuck on that one song. I don't know if Mataji remembers. Yeah, Dosati, and he should sing and sing and sing, you know. So Faisal and I thought material spirituality was the highest. So we were practicing at that time. Now we realize we have to practice subtle spirituality, Faisal. And we're doing that together as well. What a great... I don't think any living guru can attest to what I'm attesting. And also, whilst I'm talking about Faisal, Jessica and I were in politics together. And when I became a guru, she just followed me. She didn't question me. She hasn't even asked me today, how did you become a guru? And Faisal as well. Faisal didn't ask me, how did you become a guru? He just accepted I'm the guru, and Jessica also. We're coming from a material environment where we work together, where we also went to places and did things unimaginable in trying to protect our country and bring prosperity to our country. And she also has not questioned my status. So I think that is very, very unique. You're not going to find another guru in the world that can attest to these two people that are seated here in my audience. So I want to present this divine song so that it can be used by every human being everywhere. It can be used in the mosque, it can be used in the synagogue, it can be used in the church, and it can be used in the temples, it can be used in the ashrams, and it must be used in the universities. So we're going to make it university standard. This is why we need to reference, and this discourse especially must not go to the Department of Theology, because I'm not discussing religion. It must go to the Department of Science, because I'm discussing science and I'm saying our Creator is the supreme scientist. Material scientists observe through experiments what the creator, the supreme scientist created. Do you understand? Material scientists cannot create, they can only observe. They can only observe. And we need them. Because those of us that's going to see this discourse through the mind, then material science is going to help you. And those of you all that's going to see this discourse through your soul, then spiritual science is going to help you. But either way, you're going to see the science behind what I am discussing. Okay, and the next verse, then he created the fifth Veda, the Puranas and the histories from all his mouths, since he could see all the past, present and futures. Okay? So, Lord Brahma created the Puranas, and the histories are the Itihasas, and the Itihasas are the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Yeah, Faisal, I'm discussing from creation up to 5,000 years ago. From creation, which is 105 trillion years, to 5,000 years ago. So you're not going to find any religion in this, because religion did not exist at that point in time. But I've done extensive work. Prior to this, I connected all the religions at this ashram through my interfaith programs, which was recognized by the South African government, and the G20 got its recognition from my interfaith work that I did at this ashram. So, whilst I'm going to be excluding religion, this discourse is not against religion. It is before religion took its birth, when all humanity was supposed to be seen as equal. Then we're going to prove this, because there are many institutions in the world that have proven spirituality is the highest point of human existence. I'm not going to prove this through an ashram. I'm not going to prove this through a guru. I'm not going to prove this through a pastor. I'm not going to prove this through a Molana. I'm not going to prove this through God. I'm going to prove this through humanity. I'm going to scientifically prove it through humanity. And this is where Norman and Arnold and Sherwin come in. Right? There is that institution which does not need a specific God to prove spirituality. And this institution is existing around the world. In every continent around the world, there is the existence of an institution that does not rely on religion for its existence. But this organization has colors. Khoisan, well, I sent one San guy there. All right? Maybe, okay. Has blacks, whites, Germans, French, every culture in this universe is in this institution. Am I right, Norman? No one is left out. No one is left out. So this is why I'm saying we're going to prove this practically and tangibly. This divine song is going to be proven practically and tangibly and scientifically. And this discourse does not belong to me. I am an instrument through which God is talking. I'm not the owner of this knowledge. I'm not the owner of this knowledge. You can see this mic. As I'm talking to the mic, this knowledge is going to you. Can the mic fight with me and say, it owns the knowledge? Similarly, I don't own this knowledge. I'm downloading from this record that Lord Brahma dispersed in the universe. I have data to download, and anyone here else who follows me can have the same data to download the same knowledge. Guru is not special. Every living entity, every soul has the same capacity to download this knowledge. You understand? All of you understand? So I've proven through scripture that all the knowledge that in this universe already was not created by any man. All the knowledge that's in the universe already was not created by any human being. Fair enough? You all understand why? All of you understand? Then let's see how this universe was created. Aren't we anxious to know how this universe was created? So I'm on Canto 3, chapter 26. Text 21. Okay, this is for you guys that are transcribing. So you go on Google when you're transcribing, this verse should appear there. And then you extract this verse if it's possible, depending what technology you have, and just put it in your transcribing so you don't have to write the whole verse. But if you cannot do that, then you will have to write the whole verse. Alright, but I'm reading the verse. So, when there is no creation, there exists darkness. There exists darkness. That part in which material creation exists is dark. So, just for purposes of understanding, the entire creation, spiritual and material, has to be 100%. Yes? In anything that is full, it has to be 100%. When material creation takes place, it takes up 25% of the space. So the other 75% will be spiritual. So whenever material creation takes place, spiritual dimension continue to exist. It never ceases to exist. I want you to imagine looking at a cloud. Can you imagine looking at a cloud? On that cloud, material creation takes place, and then when that cloud disperses, there is no longer material creation, and then suddenly a cloud appears and material creation takes place, and suddenly the cloud disperses and there's no material creation. Can you understand like this? Can you understand? So, at every cycle of creation, there appears a material cloud in the spiritual sky called the Mahat Tattva, called the creative principle. Initially it is black. When you switch, if you want to understand that blackness, if you come inside this room and we switch the light off, after dark? Will you be able to see anything? So this whole room will be in blackness, and you can thank the South African government. They taught us how to see real blackness. Did the South African government do that or not? It's called load shedding. And every time there was load shedding, our entire area came black. That is how the Mahat Tattva is when there's no creation. You cannot see anything, and when the light comes on, and when you can see all this activity in this ashram, that is called, you can liken it to creation. Are you understanding? So we are there now that the next cycle of creation is taking place. I cannot explain the Bhagavad Gita in the air, and that is why people have not latched on to the Bhagavad Gita, because it is in the air. I have to create this introduction and this foundation. So once you understand this foundation, then you'll understand how the Bhagavad Gita becomes your manual for a human being. You can't have a motor vehicle, Nirali, if the Department of Transport did not create roads for you. Where are you going to drive it? So looking at the manual in your cubby won't drive your vehicle. You have, and this is why before you drive your vehicle, I'm creating the road for you. You can call it any road, Nirali. If you call it Higginson Highway, you have to watch out for Highway Sheila. Alright, we are trying to do this discourse with no jokes. We wanted to keep it as formal as possible. But when it comes like this, it's natural. This is my way of discussing. Maybe when we win the book, we'll exclude these parts and just keep it academic. But in my natural state as a guru, I have to whack you here and there. Like I have to explain to you on Monday, whilst I was downloading the Bhagavad Gita, I had a big noise in my kitchen. I thought we were being attacked by an army. And I ran into the kitchen and I see Irene there. Cooking me a pineapple burger. And I told her today, if she has an opportunity to make that burger for all of you, you won't eat burger again in that burger form that we've been used to. Absolutely divine. And on that I want to wish Irene a very happy birthday. So there is a Vedic injunction that those souls that remain with the Supreme Lord eternally, they never come down to the material universe. Prakash Bhai. And I want to change that Vedic injunction, because if I send Irene in her current status to Vaikunth, souls going to run for their life, and they'll run into the first material universe, and that can upset that Vedic injunction. Jessica is smiling happily because now she can see somebody else has taken her place. Alright, coming back, I'm trying to impress upon you in the most simple of forms why the Bhagavad Gita or the eternal or divine song is important in every human being's life. Alright? So we already got the universe created. Universe is created. Then Brahma computes the universe for living conditions of living entities. And then we have to create the road that the soul is going to traverse. the road that soul is going to traverse. All this has to be created. You cannot use the Bhagavad Gita if you don't know this. And this is why the Bhagavad Gita has not been used as effectively as it should have been in this Kali Yuga, because you don't know where to use it and how to use it. So my job is to teach you where to use it and how to use it. Okay? So when this universe was created, the Maha Tattva appeared. First it was black. Then this verse says, the mode of goodness, which is the clear, sober status of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and which is generally called Vasudeva or consciousness, became manifest in the Mahatattva. So this is very important, because in this universe, first it was empty, alright? In fact, I should have read this verse first before the other verses, but it doesn't matter. First, this universe was empty, it was dark, and then God permeated it with His consciousness. Supreme Lord permeated it with His consciousness, and that consciousness is the purest state. It is the purest state. It is called Suddha Sattva. It is the purest state. It is called Suddha Sattva, and it is here in this universe. Where it is? Is it in Vaikuntha or is it in this universe? Which means that state can be accessed. That purest state can be accessed because it permeates the entire universe, and it also lives in your soul. It also lives in your... So where is God? He's in the universe. And where is God? In your soul. Again, where is God? In the universe itself, and is also in your soul. And our problem is that we are not using the manual He gave us when He created us, so we do not know how to connect the Lord in our soul to the Lord in the universe. We don't know the GPS. We don't have that GPS. We have God in us. Everyone has the Supreme Lord in them in equal quantity. In equal quantity. God doesn't appear in Jessica less because she's a screaming wife. Alright? God appears in Jessica as He equally appears in Nirali and Rani. No man? And yourself. So it doesn't matter how much He screamed in your lifetime, His quantity is the same in Rani and yourself. Our problem is, and always has been, problem of humanity is we do not know how to connect the universal data with the independent data. And I'm going to tell you how and why this problem came with the next verse. The material ego, text 22 to 24. The material ego springs up from the Mahat Tattva, which evolved from the Lord's own energy. The material ego is endowed predominantly with the active powers of three kinds: good, passionate, and ignorant. It is from these three types of material ego that the mind, the senses of perceptions, the organs of action, and the gross elements evolve. So first, the consciousness was absolutely pure. From this purity sprang the material ego. Material ego means material identity. Material ego means material identity. Alright? It is this power. When your soul touches this power, which is your causal body, the first body of the soul is your ego, which is your causal body. When the soul comes into contact with this body, it depends in your previous lifetime where you left off. If you left off in Satagun, or if you left off in Rajogun, or if you left off in Tamogun, when you come into this power, your soul will identify. You have no option, because God created this energy called ego. And soon as your soul touches this ego, it thinks it's a body. It is not your fault. It is. You happy now, Jessica? Jessica don't like to be blamed for anything. Anything in this world you can't blame Jessica. She can fight. So now I gave her another excuse. Imagine the fight she'll have with God. So it's not your fault when you are impelled by material ego to believe you are the body. It is not your fault because it is computed in the universe. This covering, the first covering is Vasudeva covering, the covering of absolute purity, and the next covering is the covering of ego, which as soon as it comes into contact with the soul, the soul loses its own identity and believes it is the body. Are you understanding? Do you feel relieved when you understand it in this way? Because the Guru has been telling you from the time that you came to this satsang, Trisha, Revlon, lipstick, all those cosmetics that you use is a waste of money. And Trisha is thinking, but I am this pretty girl that needs to accentuate my beauty through these chemicals and whatever. I heard, okay, I don't want to say where it comes from. Alright? But now does it make sense that God created an environment that you must forget yourself? You must have amnesia. And that environment was created by the Supreme Lord Himself. Do you understand? Then the next verse, the threefold ahankara, the source of gross elements, the senses and the mind, is identical with them because it is in their cause. It is known by the name Sankarsana, who is directly Lord Ananta with 1,000 heads. So for the purposes of creation, that primal Lord, Srimad Narayan, primal Lord, Srimad Narayan, divides himself into 4 entities. The first one is Vasudeva. First one is Vasudeva, which is identical to pure consciousness, which is identical to pure consciousness. Then he becomes sankarsana, which is your false ego. So the Lord Srimad Narayan, the primal Lord, he takes 4 manifestations. For purposes of material creation, he enters the Mahat Tattva as Vasudeva, and he gives you this pure consciousness. The Guru is using this dimension of pure consciousness to access transcendental data. Guru is using this Vasudeva consciousness, and the Guru is connected to the Vasudeva consciousness and downloading transcendental information. Can you understand? So that pure consciousness can be accessed by everyone, because whatever knowledge the Guru has is embedded in every soul. Whatever knowledge the Guru has is embedded in every soul. And the job of the Guru is to make you have the same knowledge that he has. And when you have the knowledge that the Guru has, you are ripe for liberation. You are ripe for liberation, and you cannot be liberated as long as you are embodied. You cannot be liberated. Don't listen to the Gurus that tell you you reach liberation, because you can fall any day. Liberation is the final act. Liberation is the final act. You know, some of my enemies can catch me outside, open my mouth and pour a whole bottle of whiskey inside. Then what happens? Maybe I can switch back to my old desires of whiskey and continue drinking. If I continue drinking, then how can I call myself liberated? You only liberate at death. You understand, Norman? Because a human being can fall any time, and a Guru is not God. A Guru is an ordinary human being, just like you. Only difference between you and the Guru can connect to the Vasudeva consciousness. You at the moment cannot connect to the Vasudeva consciousness. So the Guru going to bring you to his level. That is why you have disciples. That is why disciples surrender to the Guru. So the Guru brings you to his level in terms of knowledge. When you have the Guru's level of knowledge, when you close your eyes, when you open your eyes again, your soul eyes, you in Vaikuntha. You recovered. You can recover there as a family. So Rani can ask Lord Narayan to be with Norman after liberation. You understand? But when you're there, you'll see only those liberated that you were part of those families. You'll see everyone there, right? You'll see everyone there, you know? Now you're a small lighty. Once in another lifetime, you was a grandfather with 14 children and 38 grandchildren, you know? You'll meet those that took liberation, you'll meet them along the way. Alright? Are you understanding? Is it coming together? Is it? You think it is? You cannot understand the Bhagavad Gita if you do not understand how you can come out of this environment. The Bhagavad Gita is to take you out of Sankarsana. Lord Sankarsana, who is Lord Srimad Narayan himself. self. Do you understand? So I'm just going to confirm that. This is also in the Upanishads. I'm going to confirm it with another verse from the Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, just to reference and show you that these four forms of the Lord actually appears. But I just want to continue. This false ego is characterized as the doer, as an instrument, and as an effect. It is further characterized as serene, active, or dull, according to how it is influenced by the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So there's over 30 verses in the Bhagavad Gita that discusses the modes of nature. And when we reach those verses, I'm going to link it and cross-reference it back to this verse that I read and teach you the modes of material nature. This is just the introduction. I'm taking you to the Bhagavad Gita, all right? So I'm not going to go deeper into that. From the false ego of goodness, another transformation takes place. So your false ego got three dimensions: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Now, from this false ego, from the mode of goodness, another transformation takes place. From this evolves the mind, whose thoughts and reflection give rise to desire. Now, let us see from where the mind is arriving. The mind takes its birth from which mode? Yeah, it's saying here, from the false ego of goodness, another transformation takes place. From this evolves the mind, whose thoughts and reflections give rise to desire. The mind is made up of thoughts and desires. You kill the thoughts and you kill the desires, the mind disappears. But what we do, Jessica, you want to use your mind to kill your husband. You don't kill your husband, you kill the thought. You seen it, Jessica? You don't kill your husband, you kill the thought that wants to kill your husband. And when you kill thoughts, what happened to desire? Because killing your husband is a desire which sprang from a thought. See it, Abhi? Thought first, and from thought springs desire. But the good news is, where was the mind born from? Which mode? So it means the mind is absolutely pure at birth, and Vasudeva is absolutely pure at birth. And if you use the desire for Vasudeva, Jessica, not Nirvasan, not Nirvasan, Tivashni, but if you have a thought of Vasudeva, the Supreme Lord, then what will be your desire? And where will your mind connect? You'll become like Guru. You'll become like Guru. You can download now because you are in pure consciousness. Download through what instrument? The mind. So the same mind, when it desires anything material, same mind, when it desires anything material, it becomes materialistic And the same mind, when it desires the Lord, it becomes spiritual. And this is what I've been teaching, and Trisha is doing very, very well. Every morning I get a long WhatsApp. Because I'm removing your mind from desires. When you leave things at your Guru's feet, what is happening to your desires? Because you want to be tangible. If I say leave it at the Lord's feet, Lord is not tangible to you. If we leave it at the Guru's feet, what happens to the desires that is springing from the mind? Yeah, we plug a hole in the desires, or we plug the holes in the desires of your mind when you surrender to the Guru. Because when you surrender to the Guru, then your desires should diminish, because you say, whatever the Guru gives, I'll take. Whatever the Guru gives, I'll take. Then what's happening to your desire? Aren't you stopping the desire? When you're stopping that desire, what's happening to your frequency? Because desire lowers your frequency. You start vibrating at the lower chakras. Because you all know where the first chakra is next to. Biologically, it's chakra number 1. You all know where it is. And you are vibrating there. All. As long as you have desire, you are vibrating at the lowest chakra. You all can Google and see biologically where the lowest chakra is. I don't want to tell you, but that's where you live. That's your house. All the time, as long as you have desires. Nirali is blushing. Alright? So when you stop the desires, you go up. And up. And up. And you start vibrating at a frequency that starts connecting. See, I like to use frequency, chakras, and universe. Okay? When I say universe, I mean Vasudeva. When I say universe, I mean Lord Vasudeva. Do you understand? When I say universe, I mean Lord Vasudeva. You can access him to a higher frequency. Because at that frequency that you are vibrating with full of desires, you think Vasudeva want to connect there. You understand? So this is how we are approaching the Bhagavad Gita. This is the introduction that I'm bringing to the Bhagavad Gita. If you understand these aspects, you don't need aspirin, you don't need dispirin to understand any verse of the Bhagavad Gita. You are going to, Guru is opening you up spiritually so that you can read and understand the Bhagavad Gita as the Guru can read and understand the Bhagavad Gita. A professor of law, when he teaches law in the university, he has a syllabus. Must the aspirants of law have the same knowledge of the syllabus as the professor? Yes? So similarly, the Guru and you must have the same knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. Why am I teaching the Bhagavad Gita if my knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita is superior to your knowledge? So we want to throw away that myth that the Guru must be more knowledgeable than you. If the Guru is giving you knowledge, it means whatever syllabus God has given the Guru, in that syllabus, the aspirants and the Guru must have the same knowledge. Make sense? Is logical? Or how am I to redeem you or help you to redeem yourself if you don't have the the full knowledge of the manual that was specifically designed for you. So basically you lost your manual, you're a vehicle, you have many breakdowns, you lost your manual and you don't know where and how to get it repaired. This is the state of humanity in this world at the moment. Yes or no? Everyone is suffering. You got a puncture, you don't know what size tire to.
You lost the nuts.
You lost the nuts, you can't get the nuts. So you are in various states. I don't want to talk about head gaskets, that's a common. But you are in various states of disrepair and you're looking at the wrong places for the space and the technician. So the Guru is saying, you are this vehicle, there's the manual for you how to repair, and in future don't drive in potholes, don't go to South Africa, use first world countries. Are you seeing it like that? And I saw on Vasan's Apple, anyone got Apple phones there? Vasan's Apple phone, it tells him where's the next pothole. And he still goes into that pothole.
But Guru, even on Google Maps, it will tell you the pothole.
Oh, I didn't know. All right. I'm in Vasudeva Internet, where there's no pothole. Okay. So this manual will tell you where the potholes are, so you don't get a puncture, and how you navigate. The manual won't take away the potholes. The manual won't tar the road for you. The manual will alert you where the potholes are and where to slow down, where to put gear, and how to navigate the potholes. Is that fair enough? Is that fair enough? All of you understand?
It works similar to our basic text.
Yes.
Basic text.
Yeah. So this is why later I'm going to bring the basic text and show you where it emanated from.
Sponsor, Swansea,
Yeah.
have the same knowledge.
Yeah, must have the same knowledge. Exactly the same.
We all go the same, we're all equal.
Everyone is equal.
Like the sun shines on everyone.
Everyone equally. Alright? So I'm going to, that is why I said, Norman, I didn't meet you 2 years ago for Shravan. I met you 2 years ago for this. That is why when I met you at the beach, I gave you chapter 15, verse 15. That was your opening verse in the Bhagavad Gita, yes or no? And you've never taken a different sense. Alright? So, these gurus that make themselves higher than the disciples in a materialistic way are not gurus of the Bhagavad Gita, are not gurus of the cosmic law. They picked up one verse here, one verse there, one verse there, one verse there. Alright? A guru, the only difference between guru and a human being is the guru has the GPS, you don't have the GPS. Everything else is the same. I can go for a heart transplant, I can take Ryan's heart. No, I'll only see Tanya there. I need to see Vedas there. Sorry, I made a mistake. Alright, but every part is interchangeable between a guru and not even his disciple, any human in the world. Maybe an atheist kidney will match the guru's kidney. Somewhere in the world, Or maybe one of my enemies who had a fight with me here from the ashram. I need a kidney and they have a match. Will I take the kidney? Do you understand?
Will they give it to you?
I don't know. But I'm just trying to give a crude example, Satish, to show that there is not that much. Besides knowledge, there is no other difference between. Well, if I have to come down, like if me and Satish, then I'll talk about the chicken. You know? Well, he threw the first punch, and then I had to give him a low blow.
I'm just looking out for you, Guru. People that may not want to share with you.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but are we in understanding? Do we understand the approach to the Bhagavad Gita? All this is about the Bhagavad Gita. And if we do not have this understanding, if you open the Bhagavad Gita, it's not going to help you. It is not going to help you. But if we approach it with this understanding, then the Bhagavad Gita is going to be very, very simple for everyone who follows the discourse. Okay? So there's one more, and this is Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 17. To show mercy to his devotees in each of these 9 tracts of land, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Narayana, expand himself in his quadruple principles of Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. In this way, he remains near his devotee to accept their service. So let's see. Vasudeva represents pure consciousness. Sankarsana represents false ego or ego. Pradyumna represents the mind. And one more is missing. Aniruddha represents the intellect. Now let's understand that now. Again, very, very important. So we have 4 representations. Lord Narayan divides himself into 4. Vasudeva, state of absolute purity. That is a reservoir in this universe which the Guru is connected to. Guru is connected to that reservoir in the universe and downloading this discourse for you. That information was computed in the universe by Lord Brahma at creation. This information I didn't find somewhere. This information is there in the universe from creation. So yesterday or day before yesterday, I was looking for these 2 Shrimad Bhagavatam. So I found it there and I remembered the verses are somewhere. Remember, I did not by heart the Vedas, so I can't tell you verse for verse. I did not by heart the Vedas. I did not research the Vedas. The Vedas was revealed. So when there is a revelation, it is not in text and verse and form. I know the whole thing. Are you understanding? So for that purposes, I went to look for these 2 verses. This I found this morning, and again I'm explaining to you that I don't have to flip through any scripture. I just have to think of the information that I want, go to my cabinet in the back and take out that book and it will open to the exact verse. So this verse and the previous verses that I read, and I told Mataji, but Mataji was not interested in my context as a guru. She said everything in this ashram was like that.
The inspiration is inspired by.
Yeah, but I wanted her to see how great the guru is. He can just think of a verse, pick up the right scriptural text, and open it, and the right shloka is there. She just downplayed all that greatness of the guru. She said everything in the ashram was like that. Hmm? No, nothing to do with tones. It is Mataji. Alright? So I'm showing you again that transcendental knowledge, guru and scripture. Transcendental knowledge, guru and scripture are one. Are one. The scripture lives in the guru lives in the scripture, and transcendental knowledge lives in the guru lives in transcendental knowledge. That is the only difference. The knowledge, like law lives in the law professor, and the law professor lives in law. Understand? Is there any greatness there? I'm trying to downplay the greatness of a guru, and I'm trying to make you understand that the knowledge is the most important factor. You don't have to be intimidated by a guru so as not to be open to the knowledge. Forget about the guru. Most important thing is the knowledge. Don't worry where you bought your GPS and who manufactured the GPS, who gave it to you. As soon as Nirali gets a GPS and she types in husband, and the car will take her where? No man? You think she is worried who made this GPS? Who's a rep for this GPS? Okay, Tisha, you as well. Tisha, looking at me.
GPS connection.
Yeah, so that's all. It's about the GPS. Similarly, don't worry about the guru, what school he went to, who he had a fight with. Don't worry about all that. Won't help you. Alright? If you was in school and your maths teacher gave you tips, you know our teachers should give us tips. Then he gave you the tips, but you saw him wobbling from the bar. Your concentration should be the tips of the exam, or that your maths teacher wobbled from the bar. Where your concentration should be. So just like that, Guru is giving you tips. Take the tips and forget about everything else. So this is how I want to introduce. Because it's live, I can't do it mechanically. But when we do this in a book form, then you can't read in a live form. Then we have to adapt to the book form. And a lot of things will be deleted from this live discourse to make it relevant as a book. All of you understand? Then in this introduction of the Bhagavad Gita, I notice, so I've been through a few Bhagavad Gitas, you'll see on my bed and wherever. I wanted to see how it was introduced. Okay? And I saw the most important factor missing. Most important factor. Now this is by our own gurus, our own sages and our own saints. Alright? The most important factor is and I'm going to confirm I'm going to confirm through the Padma Purana. Through the Padma Purana. So there are 18 Puranas in existence. How many? 18. The first 6 Puranas is when Lord Brahma is in a mode of goodness. So Lord Brahma, although he is the engineer and the creator of this material universe and the architect and the disperser of Vedic knowledge, his mind is also influenced by the 3 modes of nature. Do you understand? So when he is in Sattva-gun, he glorifies the Supreme Lord, Lord Narayan, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When you are in Vasudeva consciousness, when you are in pure consciousness, you see things as they are. When you are in Vasudeva consciousness, you will see things as they are. Then when he is in the mode of passion, when Lord Brahma is in the mode of passion, in the next 6 Puranas he glorifies himself. Because when you are in this mode, it's all about I and my ego. Vasudeva consciousness, no ego, you see things as it is, and you see Supreme Lord Narayan as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then when you're in a mode of passion, you connect to ego, and because he is the engineer of this architect, he sees himself as the Supreme Person. And when he is in the mode of ignorance, he sees Lord Shiva as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and it is his 3 modes that have caused confusion in Sanatana. Whose? Lord Brahma's 3 modes, and when he is in a mixture of modes, that is passion, ignorance and goodness, then he glorifies the mother form, the Devi form of Godhead, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So those that follow the Shakti form, their consciousness will be mixed. Those who follow Lord Shiva as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, their consciousness will be in a mode of ignorance. And those who follow passion, Lord Brahma as the Supreme Lord, their consciousness will be in the passionate, in the Rajasic form. So it is Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. But these are heads of department. When we say, if you think Lord Shiva is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that is, you have tamasic consciousness, does that mean that Lord Shiva is tamasic? No. He is the head of that department. Lord Brahma is the head of department of passion and rajas. And Lord Vishnu is the head of department of absolute pure consciousness. Do you understand? So it doesn't mean that Lord Shiva is in the mode of ignorance. He's a head of department of ignorance. Like you get head of department of prisons. Is the head of department of prisons a prisoner? It's from the government. It's from the government. And Lord Shiva is from the government. But because Brahma is in these different modes, then he in that mode thinks of those entities as supreme. All of you understand? So that's how we have the Vaishnavites. It is because of Lord Brahma's mode in Satagun. Then we have the Shaivites. Then we have the Shaktas. Then we also have the Bhaktas. You understand? But everything is in control. There's a reason for everything. There's no confusion. There's a reason for everything. There's no confusion. And if evidence exists that there's a reason for everything, can you dispute it? When did this evidence appear? Before mankind. If this evidence appeared before mankind, does mankind have any mandate to dispute? Are you understanding? This cosmic hierarchy was created by the Creator or through the Creator before you were even thought of. And this is why I don't accept any philosophy in Sanatana Dharma. And nobody should accept any philosophy in Sanatana Dharma. If you go to Google, you ask them what Sanatana Dharma is, they tell you Sanatana Dharma has 6 philosophies and 3 schools of thought. Go on Google. Google will say Sanatana Dharma has 6 philosophies and 3 schools of thought. Do you see 6 philosophies computed by Lord Brahma into the atmosphere, the etheric atmosphere? Are 6 philosophies mentioned there? Norman, you heard me reading 6 philosophies in any of the verses when Lord Brahma was computing. So there's only 4 Vedas with no philosophy. How many philosophies? No philosophies. There is no philosophies by Lord Brahma. Absolutely no philosophy. Then Veda Vyas compiled this. This knowledge has been compiled by Veda Vyas. Lord Brahma computed it, Veda Vyas downloaded it and compiled it for our purposes in reading. Did Veda Vyas download 6 philosophies and 3 schools of thought? No. So can a guru change 1 comma from that was computed by Lord Brahma, downloaded by Veda Vyas, and no, straight no. Yes? Because all this came before mankind. If any guru can change 1 comma, then he has to supersede Lord Narayan. Yes or no? If any, did God take his birth in this universe? Norman?
Yes.
How many times? Many times, but we want to use 2 times. He came as Lord Ram. When he came into this universe, did he create a philosophy? And who that is? The principal creator of this universe. When he entered this universe, he did not create a philosophy. He did not create a religion. Did he create a religion? Did he create a philosophy? Did he create a school of thought? What did he live by? The rule, the cosmic law that Lord Brahma computed in this universe. The Supreme Lord, who's the creator of Brahma and the cosmic law, did not shift 1 comma from the cosmic law of this universe. So if there's any gurus That is why I'm saying, when this Bhagavad Gita and the explanation goes out in this universe, it will dissolve all other Bhagavad Gita. It should dissolve all other Bhagavad Gitas that is not in line with what Brahma said. Yes or no? We're using cosmic law now. This is the constitutional court of the universe. Okay? This is my robe. I'm giving judgment on cosmic law. And I have to give you with references. And I would encourage other gurus and systems and philosophies to come onto my platform, find me somehow, and debate this. And we can debate this on this live. So if I am saying that this Bhagavad Gita exposition from the Sri Narayan Dham is the purest, together with the exposition of Lord Sri Ramanuj and all the gurus in the Sri Sampradaya who spoke about the Bhagavad Gita in this line, and any other Bhagavad Gita must be flushed. I'm stopping at the word flushed. Is for this reason humanity is suffering. Because people change to suit mankind. And Bhagavad Gita Norman, can you change the manual of your car? If you have a tire puncture, then you go there where there's puncture and say car must run on nitrogen to suit you. This is what the gurus have done. This is what the gurus have done. They have lied to you through philosophies that suit them. They have lied to you through philosophies that suit them. That is why the Bhagavad Gita is not working for everyone. Because they're using a Mercedes-Benz on a Toyota. They gave you Mercedes-Benz manual and you are a Toyota. You have a 1.3 liter engine, they're giving a petrol engine, they're giving you a manual of a Mercedes-Benz 5 liter diesel. My youngest disciple made shh. Then where? Are you understanding what the Guru is saying? This is why people who call themselves Hindus are in a constant state of flux and misunderstanding. Yes or no? Even two brothers and cousins from the same father, grandfather, can't get along. It's because everyone wants to use their own modified manual. You can't modify a manual after construction. You have to reconstruct. So if you want to run by philosophy, Lord Srimad Narayan must include that philosophy at creation. When these gurus come and change, what are they admitting? That the Lord was wrong. If I want to change one comma here, it means I am telling humanity that your creator was wrong. I am more intelligent than him. He put a comma in the wrong place. I am putting it in the right place. Do you understand? That means he can't be a true guru, because a true guru will surrender 100% to the Lord's instructions. And where are the Lord's instructions? In the Vedas. In the Vedas. So, when millions of people read the Bhagavad Gita and somebody writes as it is, must we allow it because it's not as it is? So the Padma Purana is one of 6 Sattvic Puranas, which means we can take it as authority. We can take it as authority. The Padma Purana states in a section called Devi Mahatmyam, and I want my transcribers, my media team, type Devi Mahatmyam and download it. Type Devi Mahatmyam and download it, because this is going to run parallel to my teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, because the Padma Purana states in a section called Devi Mahatmyam. In that section, there is a conversation between Lord Srimad Narayan and Mother Lakshmi. And in this conversation, Lord Srimad Narayan informs Mother Lakshmi that the Bhagavad Gita is a personification of himself. One more time. Lord Narayan tells Mother Lakshmi in the Padma Purana, which is an authority, secondary authority, that Lord Narayan is a personification of the Bhagavad Gita itself. And he states to her that the 18 chapters are different parts of his body. He states to her that the 18 chapters are different parts of his body. So I am establishing the supremacy of the Supreme Lord, Lord Srimad Narayan, as the creator through this introduction. Based on what? Based on the Gita Mahatmyam. Based on the Gita Mahatmyam in the Padma Purana, together with my Guruji, Swami Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj, and together with all the Purva Acharyas in the Shri Sampradaya, and Lord Ramanuj, and all the Purva Acharyas before Lord Ramanuj, right up to Mother Lakshmi, because where this information went first? To Mother Lakshmi. And then it trickled down, and that is why she is the head of this Sampradaya. Who's my boss? Mother Lakshmi. And one day when Tanya becomes spiritual, I can say Tanya. Alright, but until she becomes spiritual, Mother Lakshmi, the feminine aspect of Lord Srimad. Are you understanding? So from Mother Lakshmi, information given by Lord Srimad Narayan, coming down the entire Sri Sampradaya, and the 12 alvars. And the 12 alvars, all of them proclaim, all the 12 alvars proclaim Lord Srimad Narayan as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So at this point, I just want to discuss that there is a following in Sanatana Dharma that states that Lord Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Lord Narayan emanates from him. And I want to close down this false exposition of the system that is practicing that. So I went there and they called me and I went and I told them, engage with me because I'm going to follow. I said this before, they were very upset. Then I went there and I told them, engage with me, I'm going to prove to you. And they have not engaged with me. So I cannot, from the mission given to me, I have to be absolutely militant in the information that I give you from the Vedas. You think it's right? So by me being militant, meticulous, and disciplined, when we see Bhagavad Gitas that are not in line with the Vedas, must we allow it or must we tear it to smithers? Normally, if somebody gives you, tampers with the 12 steps program, they take step number 3 out and they put something to suit them. Well, I attended AA meetings for a long time, Denver. When I first attended the AA meetings, I wanted to change the 12 steps, I wanted to change the big book. I don't know if you feel like that or you just follow it, but I went a very smart Norman. So I wanted to change a whole lot of things until I realized that you cannot change nothing. So if one step was deleted, Anu, this is why you am a boy, you must contribute. Okay? If one step was added, one step was deleted somewhere, you think the participants will get the same solution?
Foundation won't be right.
Won't be right.
So you're
So-
building on a shaky foundation.
So can you technically experience the electricity that's you're supposed to receive? Arnold, I think you're more qualified as an electrician. Alright, if somebody change your voltage, what will happen, boy? I know you came with a blown circuit, that is sorted. I'm talking about the voltage. No. 1 or 2 resistors, ICs and all. Guru made a plan. Guru made a plan, yeah. It's functioning, normally you can see. Yeah, it's working. When the circuits were out, he was, hey, one satsang in 6 weeks. As soon as I sorted the circuits board, he's worrying me in the morning, I have to rush out of my bathroom and give his blessings. That's how good the Guru is in comes to electrical circuitry. Alright? Same, Anu, nothing changed. What changed, Anu? Once the circuit board was sorted, you're the same person, nothing external changed. Internal, it was an internal change. Alright? So I'm saying, don't rush and buy a Bhagavad Gita. Don't rush and buy a Bhagavad Gita. Don't rush and download a Bhagavad Gita. And you are so empowered with technology right now, you can see what is authentic and not authentic. A guru can't create a following that has not been programmed by Lord Brahma. Otherwise, that following will be a fake. So when you're following gurus because of philosophies, you're wasting your time because there can be no electrical connection between you and your creator. You must be the socket and your creator must be the plug point. Yes? When that socket goes in, there's a connection of energy. Ram? Ram? I see you got upset when I only use Anul as the electrician. I have to use all. Anyone else is an electrician here? No, I don't want to cause disharmony in my head. Alright? You can't take a 2-pin and put it in a 3-pin. And God doesn't want adapters. God doesn't want adapters. Philosophy is an adapter. Philosophy is an adapter. God didn't want adapters. He just wanted that 3-pin socket to put into the main box and get connected. No adapters. That is why God spoke the Vedas. He is the essence of the Vedas. God is the essence. His attribute is the Vedas. Then what did he do? After he spoke the cosmic law and he had it computed into the ethereal atmosphere, what did he do? He entered the ethereal atmosphere. Did he not? Then he lived the whole Vedas. He lived the Bhagavad Gita, he lived the Ramayana, he lived the Mahabharata. Every action of God and those people that took part in the Ramayana, in the Mahabharata, God lived every injunction of the Vedas. God, Ram is an electrician too, small time. He tried all his adapters. He tried every type of adapter, even the 4-legged adapter that make more. Ram, I told you, everyone had a chance to catch it. And it doesn't mean I'm discussing the Bhagavad Gita, leave you out. A lot of devotees were happy, hey, next 2 years, we're not going to catch it. No, you won't catch it in my book. On these slides. From next week, I want to see if I can get a camera this way. Okay, are there any questions? I want to wrap up this introduction so we don't get back here. We can start with verse 1, chapter 1, next week. Alright? So, from, you got the Gita Mahatmya? Somebody found it?
The Devi Mahatmya.
No, Gita Mahatmya.
I'll download it.
Okay, right? So for each chapter, and this is so beautiful, Lord Narayan gives a story, and my people are, you can see who started the sopis. Who started the sopis, Nirali? Lord Narayan. So even they, those of you that's madly addicted to sopis, blame Lord Narayan. He started the sopis, alright? So in the Gita Mahatmya, after every chapter is concluded, one of you going to read that story. Come out here in the front and read that story. Alright? So we interfacing the whole Vedas with the Bhagavad Gita, because it is stated that the Bhagavad Gita is the summary of the Vedas. But in the summarized form, you are not attached. You finding it difficult, so I'm reversing. What I'm doing? And I'm bringing those that are relevant Vedic injunctions into the Bhagavad Gita. So the Brahma Sutras, the 4 Vedas, which includes the Upanishads, and the Bhagavad Gita are the 3 authorities if you want to call yourself Hindus. Are the 3 authorities if you want to call yourself Hindus. And I am interconnecting and interreference these 3 authorities. So some gurus are saying which came first, which came second, which came third. Alright, these are not self-realized gurus. They are disputing how can the Bhagavad Gita, which came after the Brahma Sutras, have a verse on the Brahma Sutras inside. This is why I started off when Lord Brahma computed the Vedas. He computed it simultaneously. Because eternality has no first and second and third. Eternality has no time. First means time. Second means time. Third means time. Eternality, transcendental knowledge is eternal. It appears simultaneously, and I am interconnecting these 3 authorities to give it life. So I'm saying this with love. My existence as Acharya Shyam Ramanuj, my existence as Acharya Shyam Ramanuj from the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa, proves Supreme Lord is Lord Shrimad Narayan. Bhagavad Gita is a manual for all humanity and the universe. My existence is proving that. I was born. This is why I'm saying my existence. And your existence here physically is to assist my existence in completing its mission. And that is why I said Norman, Arnold, and Chauvin. The world needs to change their focus, because I'm going to show that these people are handpicked by the Supreme Lord to prove spirituality at its highest level, superseding religion. Superseding? Yeah, I'm going to prove that through these sets of discourses, because today what is the biggest problem around the world? Criminality. Criminality, there are rogue presidents, criminals are entering the, I don't have to go too far. Are drug lords not controlling this country? Are drug lords not controlling this country? See, when Lord Narayan foresaw this, and the creation of the book that are victims of these drug lords is a spiritual book. Is a spiritual book, and that is proof already. We don't have to prove anything, Norman. We don't have to prove anything. That 12 steps is embedded in the Bhagavad Gita, which I'm going to work hand in hand. Families should not be ashamed when they have their children in addictions or their family members in addictions, because that too is a creation of Lord Brahma, which is a creation of God. Who created the opium? Who created the cocaine? Who created Dhaka? How did all these entities land in Brahma's creation? Why did it? My boy is enjoying this satsang. Now you can blame for God. You. He can tell his father, hey, I'm more intelligent than you. God created all these addictions, not me. I'm only a mere participant. It is the Supreme Lord. Go fight with God. Cut this part and show it to your father. Right, Tanya? Help him to cut this part and show it to his. Sort it out. I want his father to hear this. Or he sent it. His son is not the perpetrator. Perpetrator is Lord Brahma, who told him to infuse all this nonsense into this atmosphere. He's just a victim. Like Ryan was a victim of torture. Okay? So we went quite far. 11, 12, 1. Hey, we're moving, man. 2 hours, yes. So when you hear about God and God is eternal, you mustn't feel the 2 hours. Even if you hungry yourselves, must contain the hunger. Cells must contain the hunger. So I wanted to finish the introduction comprehensively. Now are you ready for the Bhagavad Gita? All of you, are you ready? Are you spiritually ready? Alright, some of you are going to listen to me through the mind, some of you are going to listen to me through intellect, some of you are going to listen to me through ego. It doesn't matter, because in all those departments, God has manifested. Hasn't he? He's the head of pure consciousness, he's the head of ego, he's the head of the mind, and he's also head of the intelligence. How beautiful is our Supreme God? How beautiful is he in entering you in 4 manifestations. Do you have to say, I am intelligent anymore? Who's intelligent? What will happen to your personal intelligence when you recognize the head of department is the Supreme Lord? What will happen to your mind? And Ryan's mind has been working. You know, if I have to download for the past 5 years, Norman, Ryan's mind, God will have to increase the 25% of material creation to 35%, because there will be no space on any cloud, any tower, even Google. Even Google will run out of space. Alright? Now, Ryan, you took control of your mind. Who is the head of department of your mind? Lord? Any thought comes into your head, what you must say? I'm too small, Lord Narayan, you handle the thinking. You handle my thinking. If you hand the thinking over to Lord Narayan himself, what happens to you? You become free. You're no more attached to your thoughts. If you're not attached to your thoughts, no desires. Alright? Look at her and tell her, I have no desires. Prove to the Guru. Yes! I'm in a relationship with you. I do not desire you. Because good desire will come last. Will come. But now I also want you to understand that in this relationship, if you have any lusty thoughts, who's witnessing? Who? Who? I'm putting this boy. out of the pot into the fire.
So this is deity.
Are you understanding practically that you are never alone? That you are never alone in your four faculties, in your consciousness, in your soul. Lord Narayan was always there. In your thoughts, Lord Narayan was always there. In your intelligence, Lord Narayan was always there. And in your identity, Lord Narayan was always. You don't feel relieved. You might not feel liberated, it's too early. And Ram, in every murder, Lord Narayan was always. All of you understand? Tell me you don't feel good about this knowledge. Because you've always been asking, where's God? I heard Irene screaming in Newlands, God, where are you? Well, she wasn't screaming, she was talking in Newlands.
I wasn't even talking, we were really shouting.
Okay. And that's how Prakash landed here. You understand? There's nothing that's not God. There is nothing that's not God, because if He's inside your soul, He's inside your mind, He's inside your identity, and He's inside your intellect. If you say, God, I need a solution, what is a mind used for? Mind, what is a mind used for? Thinking, feeling, and willing. Thinking, feeling, and willing. If you leave your thinking, your feeling, and your willing to the Supreme Lord, who's the head of department of your mind, what will your thoughts be? Positive or negative? What would your feelings be? Positive or negative? And what would your willing be? Positive. Your intellect is used for? What is intellect used for? Examining evidence given to you and making a decision. Is Tanya the right choice for me? That you have to use your intelligence. Yes? Then instead of you wasting your energy and looking at all the pros and cons of Tanya, you leave it to the Supreme Lord. Because isn't He also sitting in her intelligence? Can't He fix this up for you without you individually? Without you expending one atom of energy. Right? Because He's also connected in her. He can see everything. You don't have to decipher. He can tell you yes or no. Tell me by 5 o'clock tonight what He said. Are you understanding? I see my daughter-in-law is very, very smiling in her life. She's looking radiant in her pregnancy, which means she has accepted it positively. And my grandson has an influence on her entire body. Yes? Yes, you can see it, all of you can see it. And it's positive, and I'm awaiting my grandson. I'm about to buy a car seat for him. I want to teach him how to attack his father. Next 15 years, Sherwin will pay. Anna? next 15 years, Shyam will pray. He'll get up early in the morning, maybe 3 in the morning, and he'll say, Dad, I want to go Aja. And he'll beat his chest and he'll cry. And Shyam, although he starts work at 4:30, now he'll have to start getting up at 3, bring his baby across. And this is another important part of the Bhagavad Gita. It's called karma. And you must pay. And you must pay. Not one atom of karma goes without God noticing. Alright? So I hope you are all elated that we started something that's going to change the world. We will call it the Bhagavad Gita Revolution, to spiritualize the world. Bhagavad Gita Revolution to spiritualize the world. Although we're living in Kali Yuga, we cannot sit and accept the conditions of Kali Yuga. We can see this ashram has no traces of Kali Yuga. Inside this ashram it is Satyug. Inside this ashram it is Satyug. We can change. They say in Kali Yuga there is only 25% of righteousness. It doesn't say you can't change it. It doesn't say you can't change it. If this ashram changes it to 26%, have we not done the universe a percentage of righteous good? All of you understand? So when this Bhagavad Gita transforms you, you transform the universe, because everything is interconnected. Everything is interconnected. Are there any questions? So Norman, from our brotherhood there, we should invite people. They shouldn't be Hindus. Those that are our friends, we can tell them, listen, our program is being discussed in greater detail.
Yesterday I had a friend was asking me on the way. I told him he would come simply.
Yeah. So we invite them because closest to the program are our brotherhood, then devotees.
So a few guys will come.
Yeah, and they can send a message. We're not changing anything. We're just telling them that this program existed at creation and we are the chosen one. If every one of them know that they are disciples of this program, how much more will they change within themselves? Arnold, do you know that you were handpicked by Lord Narayan to hit a rocky route? No, I'm serious. So that you can come out of that route and show the credibility of the Bhagavad Gita and its teachings. Isn't that amazing? That God knows you. Because when you were in that position, all of us, we were looking for salvation. Alright? So next week is not going to be so long. I wanted to include everything in the introduction. I think we have introduced it well. Any questions? Tanya, Nirali, Paul?
Ali said she wants 2 hours more.
You're hungry now.
So yesterday I was in the meeting with Malin and Shyam. It was Shyaman's 9 months plus 1 day. And I was just thinking in the meeting I'm going to ask Malin for a summary for a Bhagavad Gita of that meeting in the van to test and see what she heard. Because Malin is in her own world. Information goes in this way, information goes in that way. You heard what she's interested in? Right, and now she'll blame the baby. Everything is a baby. My poor grandson, he hasn't even had his first breath yet. He's accused of so many things, both by the mother and the father. Yesterday, Shyam had to really open his wallet. And his wallet is a seized wallet naturally. His wallet only wants things to go in, nothing to go out. So yesterday he had to go and buy all his appliances. And he blamed the child. Jai Shrimad Narayan.